everybody, Pastor Jim here from the Indian Lake Community Church and the Lighthouse of Indian Lake. Hope this finds you safe, happy, well, and warm on this day. And not just in Ohio. I have seen a lot of posts. I thought it was interesting this morning. I mean, yeah, we have mid-20s, upper 20s here. We have snow on the ground because, hello, it's December in Ohio. And so, but I thought the ironic thing was I've seen posts from friends that were showing Florida is not all that warm. Alabama is not all that warm right now. And in fact, this morning on the news, I saw where Bangor, Maine was 42 degrees. And then all the way down in Orlando, Florida, it was 40. It is warmer in Bangor, Maine this morning than it is in Orlando, Florida. It's winter and you never know when and where it's going to strike. But to me, the chill in the air and especially the snow on the ground just kind of enhances the celebration of the season and kind of puts you in that Christmas mood, you know? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And I won't sing it for you because, yeah, you don't want that. You're welcome. That's my gift to you early in the season is I won't sing to you. But yeah, this is, to me, this is winter. This is Christmas. There's snow on the ground, chill in the air. And we kicked off the Advent season with the Hanging of the Greens last Sunday, one of my favorite services of the year. And whether you were in person or online, just a beautiful service. I just love that service and how it reminds us that so many things that we observe in the Christmas season and how they relate to the birth of Christ and how they remind us of the birth of Christ. Christmas trees, lights, the evergreen and the wreaths, the wreaths that show basically everlasting life, and there's no beginning and there's no end, and there's just so much beauty in the season if you look for Christ. And that was part of the message Sunday. We need to look for Christ in every little detail of the season. We can find Christ, and not just during the season, obviously, but year round. But we're talking about the Advent season, and so you have to look for those signs. You have to look for Christ, and you can see it. You can see Christ in so many places, in people and things, and just the beauty of nature and the snow, and just there's so many ways that if you look for Christ, you'll find him. Because he doesn't go far. You know, he stands at the door and he knocks, and all we have to do is let him in. And sometimes you just got to look out and see Christ and welcome him into your heart. And to me, that adds the joy of the season. And but what bothered me this morning was I was drinking my coffee and I had the news on, and there was this commercial came on, and it was a family decorating for Christmas in a family room. So it was a mother and a father and two kids, and the older kid, the older teenager, the daughter, was really depressed. She's just laying on the couch and she's just down about everything, and she's just, this is horrible. This whole year has been horrible. Christmas isn't going to be the same. I don't even know why we're doing this. As they're putting up the tree and decorating, she said they should just cancel Christmas. Which, putting aside the idea that you can't cancel Christmas, it's not about that. But just putting that aside for a minute, and she's just going on, and her negativity finally affects her younger sister, who goes to her bedroom. And so the father gives the teenager the look, which all parents have. My mom had one that could just kind of stop you in your tracks and you knew something was up. And my kids say I have one. And I think all parents do. But that father decorating the tree gives his oldest daughter the look, like, you need to fix this. And so she goes to the younger daughter's room. And she tries to make things right, and she tries to ensure her that they will basically have a Christmas and the celebration of the season. And she starts singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And then all of a sudden the little girl smiles because everything is all right. Christmas is going to be saved. And then, of course, the logo of this major chain retail store comes up at the end. Because Christmas can be saved because, you can order Christmas online. There you go. You can have Christmas delivered to your car in the parking lot. You can go in and get it. You can have it sent to your house, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, let me point this out. I am not in any way, shape, or form somebody who thinks that you should not observe the secular celebration of Christmas with the gifts and the parties. You want to wear an ugly Christmas sweater? Knock yourself out. I don't care. I'm not opposed to the secular observance and celebration of Christmas, as it enhances the celebration and observance of Christmas, as we said before, where we're looking for and keeping Christ foremost in the observance of the season. So I don't have a problem with the secular observance of Christmas. I do have a problem thinking that the way to find joy in this season in 2020 with the pandemic and everything that's going on is through retail therapy, they call it. No. The way you find joy in the season is the way you find joy in life through every time of trial and turmoil, and that is through the peace of Christ. that's just how we find joy. That's what we look for. When I say we look for Christ in the world around us, we do. And when we do, we find him and we find peace. And so, trust me, I love the secular observance of Christmas coupled with the traditional faith-filled observance of Christmas and keeping Christ in perspective as first and foremost in the season. Last year, Cheryl and I did a run. We did a 5K run. It was the Christmas Story run in Cleveland. And at the end of the race, you get hot Ovaltine, which if you've seen the movie, it makes sense. And so we drank the Ovaltine and we toured the house where they made the movie. And the phone on the wall where the mother picks up and calls the other mother, if you pick up that phone and listen to it, it plays that scene in the earpiece. And I was listening to that. I have pictures of that. And I just love that day being in that house. It's one of my favorite movies. We went to the museum. We did all of these things. So trust me, when we watched the movie the other night and my kids were getting irritated with me because, I've been there and that room's not as big as it looks. And so I get into the movies. I get into the secular observance. I get into those celebrations. But I keep it in the perspective of how it helps enhance our celebration, which is first and foremost the observance of the birth of Christ, the welcoming and the appreciation and the celebration of Christ's presence in our life now, and the hope and promise of Christ's return, which will happen when we will receive the new heaven and the new earth and all that comes with that. A place where there's no more crying, no more pain, no more tears, and all these things pass away. If you think that retail therapy can take the place in this Christmas season the way it is over the peace of Christ, then we have a problem. You have to balance this out, and you have to keep first and foremost why we celebrate Christmas, why we observe the birth of Christ in his life, past, present, and future. And when you keep that in perspective, you can have the true joy of the season through Christ, and you can have it enhanced with the other celebrations of the season that go with it. I'm encouraging you not to drop one or the other. I'm encouraging you to keep first and foremost why we celebrate the season, and that is the birth of Jesus Christ. And one of my favorite passages in regards to that is from the prophet Isaiah in the 9th chapter. If you want to know why we celebrate Christmas, if you want to know why Christmas can't be canceled, if you want to know why we can find joy still in this season, it's because, for to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there will be no end. He will reign on David's throne and over his kingdom, establishing and upholding it with justice and righteousness from that time on and forever. The zeal of the Lord Almighty will accomplish this. And that's the reason for the season. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given. I hope you find joy in the season. I hope you're able to truly celebrate this Advent season, both past, present, and future, in the perspective that we celebrate the season because for unto us a child is born. Anyways, God bless. Take care. Hope to see you soon. I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch and listen to this video, and I hope you found some words of encouragement or hope to help you in your walk this week. If you'd like to find out more information about us and our ministry, you can look at one of our Facebook pages. We have one for the Lighthouse at Indian Lake. There's also a Facebook page for the Indian Lake Community Church. If you'd like more detailed information, for example, our location and our times of worship, if you'd like to join us for worship in person, we would love to have you. Or if you want information about how you can join us for worship online, you can visit our websites at www.lighthouseatindianlake.org or www.indianlakecommunitychurch.org. There you'll find information about our in-person worship times or how you can watch us online through the website or through Facebook or through YouTube. Also on there, you'll find out more about who we are and our mission to the Indian Lake community and beyond. And if you'd like to support us through your time and your talent or the giving of your possessions financially, you'll find information how to do so on those sites also. Thanks for listening in. God bless you, and we hope to see you soon.